5 non-negotiables, bro, for a purpose-driven man. These 5 non-negotiables, bro, you can't negotiate with me on them. First one, you gotta build a relationship with God, because that's just gonna take your life to a whole nother level. My relationship with God started to strengthen when I was doing a whole bunch of bull crap that did not put me in a good direction of my life. I thought I could get away with not locking in. I thought I could get away with not being consistent. I thought I could get away with not keeping the promises that I made to myself. And the number one person that's going to hold you accountable is God. Nothing that you do you could ever get away with. Everything in the dark comes to light. So all the times that you said you was going to lock in and you didn't, that's going to bubble up to a point where you're going to look at your life and you're going to say, how the did I get here? How did I get here? How did I put myself in a position where I'm not locked in, I'm not focused, I'm not getting the results that I want? You feel me? The way that I see it, God is the results giver, but in order for him to know if you really want it, how bad you want it, you got to show up. You got to be the giver of action. So my relationship with God started to strengthen the more I was able to show up for myself, show up for the process, show up for the journey, and show up for the life that I said that I wanted for myself. You feel what I'm saying? A relationship with God is accountability, bro. It's not a genie. It's not like you just asking God, hey, God, can you just do this for me? Can you just do that for me? A relationship with God is being accountable. You got to be accountable, right? And when you don't have a strong relationship with God, you don't have nobody to be accountable to. You don't have no standard to follow. So if my standard is perfection, and every time I fall short, I'm like, nah, let me improve. Nah, let me improve. Nah, let me get better. Nah, let me lock in. It allows me to reach levels that I didn't even think was possible because my standard is impossible. God is the standard, period. Right? Not mankind, not another person. The standard is God. So when you build a relationship with God, then God becomes your standard and you start to lock in on a whole nother level that you didn't even think was possible. You didn't even think could happen. My relationship with God also strengthened when I started to have blessings in my life. The more blessings I had in my life, the more responsibility I had in my life to keep those things, to multiply those things. So it's not just about praying for something, but it's about having the wisdom to keep it. So I have to ask God for the wisdom so I could keep the blessings that I have and it could continue to multiply and I could continue to be on the right path. So a relationship with God is number one when it comes to being a purpose-driven man. Every purpose-driven man knows that he has to present himself the best way, first and foremost for himself, right? You have to present yourself the best way for yourself because how you take care of yourself is going to affect how you feel. That's going to affect the work that you do. How you take care of yourself, it shows people how you take care of yourself. It shows people if you on your purpose or not. You can't neglect your health. You can't neglect how you feel. You can't neglect how you look. You have to present yourself the best way possible. And one of the best ways of presenting yourself is making sure that your breath smells good, right? A lot of y'all want women. A lot of y'all want to find your wife. A lot of y'all want to get that right girl, but your breath stink. And if your breath stink, then she gonna run away. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want to put yourself in a position where she runs towards you, make sure you got that cologne on, but make sure that your breath smell good. A lot of y'all put a lot of external smell, but y'all don't take care of the internal smell. Check out Breath Death below, man. I'll talk more about it here. All natural ingredients. Fix my breath in like 10 seconds, bro. Immediately my breath smelled better. And that's when I knew that I really wanted to let y'all know about it, because as men, we have to take care of our hygiene, our oral hygiene. And sometimes the ingredients that's in a Tic Tac or in gum is not always the healthiest. This eliminates the unhealthy ingredients that the gum or Tic Tacs might have. No shade if that's what you want to use, but I'm on an all natural movement, bro, and Breath Death gives me that, okay? Because Breath Death is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, man. When you click the link in the description or scan this QR code to subscribe to the 8-tube pack, you'll get their regular 15% off plus free shipping, plus an additional 10% off just for watching this video. It's an exclusive deal you won't get anywhere else. So click the link to get started on your mission to kill bad breath. A purpose-driven man, he takes risks. A purpose-driven man is not scared If you're scared, then there's no way you could be on your purpose, because your purpose is going to be uncomfortable. Your purpose is going to ask you to do things that you may not want to do. Your purpose is going to put you in a position where you're going to have to take risks. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know nobody that's following their purpose and they didn't get uncomfortable. Every purpose-driven man feels some level of discomfort. You feel what I'm saying? When I started YouTube, it was an uncomfortable feeling. It was something that I had to overcome mentally. A lot of it is mental work that we have to do. So mentally, I started to understand, you know what? If I could stay consistent with this, then this could just be part of my DNA. This could just be part of who I am. This could just be my standard. This can just be what I do. But it first takes you taking a risk. It first takes you being uncomfortable first. And a lot of y'all not willing to be uncomfortable. Man, if you're not willing to be uncomfortable, then you're not going to improve your life. You're not going to see the changes that you want in your life. You got to be willing to take risk. Every successful person that you're looking at, bro, they have taken a risk. Right? Me starting YouTube was me taking a risk. I had to believe in myself and I had to trust that this was going to work. Right? And now I'm able to meet people, man, that's like, yo, I watch your videos and you changed my life. Right? For me, I took a risk with content and look where I'm at right now. It changed my whole life around. Right? Link below to go check that out if you need help with content. So I need y'all to understand that a man, he takes risks. He does not stay the same. He does not stay comfortable. Give him the uncomfortability. Give him the challenge, because through the challenges, through the uncomfortability, that's where there's growth. And a purpose-driven man understands that. If a purpose-driven man was afraid of taking a risk, he wouldn't be on his purpose, bro. Like I said, I promise you that. In order for you to be on your purpose, you have to take a risk. A purpose-driven man stays committed to the process. You have to be willing to show up during the process. You got to be willing to show up and do the work. If you're not willing to do the work, then you're not going to see the results that you're looking for. A purpose-driven man understands that he's committed for the process. He's committed for the journey. It's not about overnight success. When I started my YouTube channel, it wasn't about it being an overnight success. It was about me posting consistently. And the more consistent I am, then the more results I'll be able to see, right? I have to stay committed. I can't fold on my commitments. I can't fold on my word. A purpose-driven man understands that word is bond, right? So the words that you tell yourself, the words that you tell people, that's important for you to uphold. Because if you don't uphold those things, then are you even a man, right? Like, what makes a man is the fact that he can say something and he does it. That's power, bro. That's powerful. How bad do you want it? Yeah, I could be disciplined. Yeah, I can show up for myself and I can show up for my God-given purpose, right? When a man is able to keep his word and show up, that takes him to a whole nother level, bro. People respect you so much for that. When you're not able to keep your word, I hope that y'all know that you lose all respect. It's not the same no more. We on a whole nother level on this channel. I told y'all that now it's about execution. It's not just about wanna be. Oh, I just want to be here. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want my life to look like this. No, I need to be, I need to serve people who understand that they need to lock in, that they need to be the best that they can be, that they need to change their life around. It's a need. It's a must. And you got to trust me when I say this, bro. If you don't have that type of urgency, then you're not going to make it. And it's not just about making it to a particular destination or making it to a particular dollar amount or making it towards materialistic things. Those things don't matter. You're not going to make the calling that God has put on your heart. You're not going to make it to the call. You're not going to make it to the meeting because you're not on your purpose. A lot of people, bro, God been calling you. You ain't answer the call. A lot of people should be on their purpose, but they're not on their purpose. That's on you. It's on you. In order for you to change your life, then you have to put yourself in a position to change your life. In order for you to take your life more serious, then it's up for you to take your life more serious. You got to stay committed to the journey. You got to stay committed to the process. It doesn't matter how it looks. The difference between people who make things happen and people who don't, they are separated from people who can execute and people who just talk a good talk. There's a lot of people who talk a good talk, but you got to be one of the few ones to walk a good walk. If you can walk a good walk, then I promise you, you will change your whole life around. Period, point blank, right? You will improve your life tenfold. But you have to not only be willing to stay committed to the process, but you got to be invested in the process. And it's not just about investing your time, but sometimes you got to invest your money in order to get the right resources, in order to get the right information to further the vision that you have. Some of y'all don't invest in yourself. You don't invest in your education. You don't invest in the process. You don't invest in the journey. And that's why the journey don't invest back in you. It's a symbiotic relationship. Give me your time and give me your money. And what's going to happen is you're going to elevate your life. That's what life needs from you. You need to put your energy into the right things. You need to put your attention into the right things. You need to put your conscious awareness into the right things. You need to put your money into the right things. Everything's energy. Everything's a choice. Everything's a decision. The things that you put yourself into, that's what you're going to get out of. That's what you're going to get out. So if you put your time into being the best that you can be when it comes to working out, and you put some money behind that, so now you got a gym membership. Well, now you have access to the gym, and that energy field, that gym, the energy in that gym is let's go get it. Let's work out. The equipment, you're able to use it. You're able to build your body up. The reason why is because you put your time, you put your attention, you put your money behind your words. You said that you want to change your life. You said that you want to lose weight, or you say that you want to build muscle. You say you want to gain weight. Whatever your goal is, that's one of the ways to do it. Another example is, again, just you being on your purpose, bro. Whatever your purpose requires, you need to invest time, energy, attention, awareness into that, and money. You got to invest these things into that, because if you don't, you're not going to get back what it is you think you're going to get back. And a lot of times people take steps backwards because they don't want to invest in themselves for the right mindset. They don't want to invest in themselves to educate themselves on how to be the best that they can be. Everybody successful that you know, they've invested in themselves. Real hustlers lose money just to go get some more. That's a bar from Kendrick. Shout out Kendrick. All right, so now we know every man invests in themselves. Last but not least, bro, every man, right, has a schedule. You feel what I'm saying? Every man has a schedule. He can't just be doing what everybody else doing. He can't just be living how everybody else living. He can't think how everybody else think. A purpose-driven man has a schedule, because the way that he thinks is, my time is my most important currency. So how I spend that time matters. So he has a schedule. If you don't have a schedule, bro, you're not gonna make it. Some of y'all watching my videos, I don't know why. Because how can you apply the information if you don't have time to apply the information? You need a schedule. Whether you download the schedule app from your phone, whether you start using your camera application or your calendar application on your phone, whether you go get an actual agenda or schedule and you buy it off of Amazon or somewhere, you need to invest in yourself so you can get a schedule. With that schedule, you use that schedule to then say, okay, here's the times where I'm going to record content. This is what I do for me, right? This is the times I'm going to record content. This is the times where I'm going to send the messages I need to send, back to my supporters, back to my family members. This is when I answer emails. This is when I spend time with my wife. This is when I do this, and this is when I do that. This is when I'm going to go live. This is when I'm going to post this video. This is when I do editing. Like, you need a schedule, because if you don't have a schedule, then you don't see where your time is going. And if you can't see where your time is going, then you don't know where you're going. You got no clue where you're going. So I don't know why you watching me if you don't got no schedule, because I can't help you with where you're going if you don't know where you're going. Having a schedule is going to show you where your time is being given to and what your time is being given to. So every purpose-driven man has a schedule, because time is money, right? He don't have no time to waste. You gotta do things that make sense. You gotta do things with a purpose. You feel what I'm saying? A purpose-driven man respects his time. You can tell when some people don't respect their time because they don't even respect other people's time. I respect other people's time. I don't like people wasting their time. Don't waste your time. We can't waste time. We have to improve our lives by putting in the work, putting in the energy, putting in the time. But if you don't know how much time you got, then you don't know how much time you could put into the things that could further your life. So again, if you took anything from this video, man, first off, make sure your breath is clean. Check out Breath Death. Check out Purpose-Driven Creators if you need help creating content and maximizing that. And go get you a schedule, man. Everything on this channel is about execution and actionable steps. There's no more time for excuses. We're moving from excuses to execution. And if you're a part of that journey, and if that makes sense to you, make sure that you watch some more videos to get you, lined up with the right mindset. Hit subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Peace.